Hello, thank you for taking some time to view this video. I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. So the point of this video is twofold. One, to give you some tips and tricks you can use on your website to increase your online traffic, your presence, your leads, and your business. And two is to take your website and compare it to a local competitor's website in the same area that's doing the same service. See if those tips and tricks could outrank them, get on the first page of Google, which increase your leads and your traffic. So I'll talk about three things: content, backlinks, and citations. So I'll show you this opportunity of taking these steps for your business. So first is content. So in content, you need anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 words, just depending on the competition and number of keywords needed. So a keyword is anything someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, you can place keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what terms you want your website to be found for. So, obviously you got a nicely laid out website, very eye-popping. I wouldn't change much about your website at all. So I like your accolades on there, your services. You just do some things on the back end of your website to increase your traffic with Google, just increase your searchability. So speaking of Google, if I was living in the Santee, California area, I might type in HVAC services. Here's what comes up typically. A lot of times ads come up here. If you haven't invested in these already, they're a good investment. But a lot of times consumers, sometimes they click them, but sometimes they keep moving forward down the page. This is the map pack here with citations. Very important here, but I'll talk more about that in a minute. But we call these organics right here. So the goal is to organically be on the first page of Google for any kind of service you provide or area you provide for. So as you scroll down here, you see, and typically we don't count directories like Yelp and Angie's List because consumers, if they're looking for a service, they usually go directly to the company, local company, especially if it's an emergency type of service. So I'm going to compare your website to this one right here, the Hamel website right here. So let's see what they look like. That's Hamel's. Okay, so we'll compare your website to Hamel's. And as you scroll down here, you see you're not on the first page of Google, but you can do some things to get on that first page. You might have heard this saying, a great place to hide a dead body. It's on page 2 or 3 of Google. People just don't click here to go for more services or products. So the goal is getting that first page. So to do that comparison, there's a tool here called Ahrefs. And do a deep dive in website. So here's your URL right here, and here's your numbers. So as I was saying, on your website, even though it's beautifully laid out, I would just increase your content, increase your relevant content, increase your keywords. You can keep the ones you have already. So you have some high search volume here, so definitely keep those. But think about, you get very creative on your keywords. Think about all the services you guys do. You guys do a wide range of services, HVAC, plumbing, heating, air. So think about those buyer intent keywords, the water heaters, and you get very creative with all the service areas as well, not just Santee, but all over the San Diego area. And you could very easily increase your keywords, increase your traffic, and you start out to grow your competitors. So here's Hamel's website, as I said, and here's their number. So here's their URL with that one page we're trying to outrank in that Santee area. And they're using 827 keywords. So not too many more keywords than you're using. You get very close to outranking them. Great thing about keywords, you can look at a website. If you're not using that keyword, you could put it on your website, and that increases your volume. So for instance, if this is not on your website, San Diego HVAC companies, you could very easily put that on your website and get closer to outranking them with that volume. Secondly is backlinks. So a backlink is anywhere where one website is linking to your website. So these links act like an endorsement of your website from others, which Google uses that to build trust in your business by seeing others vouch for you. It's also like a popularity contest, thinking about that. Person with the most backlinks wins. But keeping this in mind, not all backlinks are created equal. So it's very important to have relevant backlinks to your website. Websites with other HVAC companies, plumbing companies, linking back to you. It doesn't help if a website outside your industry, for instance, like a restaurant, doctor's office, is linking back to you. It doesn't give you that search power and that trust power of Google. So for you guys, you're using 814 backlinks with 95 reference domains. Compare that to Hamel's local competitor. So actually you're beating them in backlinks, 192 with 47 reference domains. So that's good, but keep up your backlinks, dominate them, double check your backlinks, make sure they're relevant. As I said, not all are created equal. But with these numbers right here, they're getting this traffic. So the goal is to get closer to these numbers and increase that traffic. So you want to increase your keywords. That's the one. So since you're beating them in backlinks, you want to increase your keywords since they're beating you in keywords, and that'll increase your traffic. Then finally, there are citations. So a citation is anywhere where your business name, number, and your address are shown exactly on your Google business profile. Citations help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses since this can generate huge amounts of revenue. And you guys having a Santee, California address, it's very important to be in this map pack here. So you want to be in the top 2 or 3, even 4. Sometimes there's 4 here, but definitely be in the top 3. Much like pages 2 or 3 of Google, people don't click this button for more services. So you want to be right in the front of face of consumers. And to be here, upgrade your citations with directories like Yelp, Angie's List, Expertise, hundreds of others you probably heard of. Also, social media accounts work great here too. So here's the idea that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. And the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you. So once Google sees you more often than these competitors, the more likely it is you outrank above them. So once your content, your backlink, your citations, once they all come together with your website, you start to outgrow your competitors. And here's what you might be looking at, why that's worth it, to be in the eyes of consumers here and here organically. So not sure what your margins are, but I imagine that will generate some pretty decent revenue. Also, there's usually many more keywords you could use to generate more and more traffic and leads. So this is what I do. I create this for you to start generating those leads on your own online. But if you do find yourself wanting more to continue scaling as far as you want, feel free to reach out. I could help you out with that. I could give you some more information. We could talk about goals. I could do the research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business, what it might take to reach those goals. So again, if you leave me a few lines of feedback on this actual video, that helps me get better at making these. And I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your business. Hopefully this was helpful. Much luck in your business. Have a great day.